From the lowliest peasant to the most illustrious lord, everyone wants to sit the Iron Throne. Sadly, as is often the case in life, a tyrant currently holds that position, and the one man who is truly right and just is as far away as he could be.
You are my queen.
You thought I was talking about Jon Snow? God no, that little femcel has no right. It's fucking Craster time, baby.
You got a nice wet twat between your legs.
Now, you might be thinking, in a world full of hundreds of characters, how do you end up on Craster as your ideal character? And to that I respond, you are truly a sick individual if you found yourself watching Game of Thrones and not rooting for Craster. I cried for a week straight when they took him from us back in 2015. There is no more disturbing timeline than one where this man sits on the Iron Throne, so let's make it a reality. Time to evict this old bastard and set up shop where I belong. Using the character's reload mod, we can take what is rightfully ours. We're going to start with everything lore accurate, but Craster is going to deviate from the source pretty quickly.
This is our place. Our husband keeps us safe.
Alright, Craster was actually in quite a unique position in A Song of Ice and Fire. The dude, while a scumbag, had immense knowledge of the others, which he could have somehow used to his advantage. So let's try that. Craster and his daughters are going to unite the north and make a march south. I'm forcing myself to only use these custom troops I made, aptly named Craster's Daughter. Let's see how these ladies do. You know what, they don't look that munted. This mod is also just insanely beautiful. The Craster Daughter is not a bad unit. We have no chance against giants, but we should be able to hold our own. Oh hell yeah, they're hacking at him real good. Now that I've tested my daughter soldiers, let's speak to the daughter companions of what Father Craster has in store for them. I told this one that we are heading south, and I was very repulsed to hear she had a French accent.
Aye, father, I'm with you. Always have been.
I decided to talk to the oldest of my daughters, Martha, instead. The AI-generated lore made her the leader among the daughters. We will be going south, daughter. After we secure peace between the crows and the king beyond the wall, we will be heroes to the southern folk. Craster needs his hands on someone else's army, which will be kind of driving us for now.
Peace between the crows and Mance. Father, both sides would sooner gut you than sit and talk. The Watch calls us savages. Mance calls you a traitor for not kneeling. I'll go where you go, always have. But how do you mean to make men listen who've already drawn blood?
You've seen what I give your brothers to. I will tell them what's out there. They will find a common foe for once.
Aye, I've seen. You tell the crows about them, the cold ones. That's a blade cuts both ways, father. They'll want to know how you know. They'll ask questions you won't like answering.
Mind your tongue, woman. This is the Craster show. Alright, time for Craster to turn into Peter Baelish. First, we're looking for Mance Raider. Somehow we're uniting the Watch and the Wildlings. There she blows.
That's close enough. Who are you?
The king beyond the wall. I have searched for you, name's Craster. You might know me as the man who shelters crows. You might want to hear what they're squawking about.
Craster. Aye, I know what you are. The crow's pet wildling who won't kneel to their watch or march with his own kind. You've come a long way from that keep of yours to find me. So talk. What are your precious crows squawking about?
A piece of information that will help you regardless. The crows can only man 3 of 19 castles. We both know what's out there, as do they. The crows might be willing to let you man these castles for when the dead come. I just want a spot on the other side, as you do as well. You know, strangely enough, Craster is quite qualified to broker a deal between them.
3 castles. Aye, I know how thin the watch is stretched. I wore the black long enough to count the empty halves myself. The crows letting free folk hold their precious wall. That's a fine dream, Craster. Mormont would sooner eat his own raven. But you want a spot south of the wall. Simple enough. Question is, why should I trust a man who trades with every side and belongs to none?
Fair question. Because I am the only man in Westeros who can bring you lot together under a neutral keep. I can head to Castle Black, see if the crows are panicking as badly as I believe them to be.
A neutral keep? You're no one's friend, Craster. That's precisely what makes you useful. Go to Castle Black. Find out if Mormont's finally looking north instead of south. But hear me well. If you play both ends and I find out, there won't be a keep thick enough to hide behind. Bring me something real, and you'll have your spot south of the wall.
Sweet. If this works right off the rip, I will try to take control of the Wilding army as a general or something and ship them to the Red Keep. Here's our dynamic quest. Obviously, we are heading to Castle Black next. Craster is making history, baby. He finally made it south of the wall. I will say it was cool that the AI knew that Mance Rayder used to be a brother of the Night's Watch and actually added that detail. If the Lord Commander is surprised to see me south, I'll be pretty impressed.
If you please, stop there. I would ask you for your name.
Lord of the Crows, it's odd to see me on this side of the wall, I'm sure. You know what is out there. Combine your forces with the wildlings while you still can.
Craster, I know what stirs beyond the wall better than most living men, but you come south with your daughters. Speaking of alliance with the very host that would tear the wall down, I heard you bent knee at Mance Rayder's fire. Speak plainly. Whose errand do you run?
Dude sounds like moist critical. I bend no knees, I come here at my own choosing. If any of us near the wall are to survive, we all need to man it. That's the plain truth. Tell your men to keep away from me, daughters, they know the drill.
I've already sent word to Mance Rayder. Terms for peace. So if you've come to play middleman, you're late. As for your daughters, my men have their orders, same as always. But you dragging them through this snow on some errand of your own making does them no kindness either, Craster. Now, what is it you actually want?
I need room for my daughters when the dead come. I can bring you and Mance under my keep, a few men apiece. A deal can be made. This old dickhead is trying to cut me out.
Castle Black is no place for your daughters, Craster. You know that. We are sworn men, and I'll not walk a handful of brothers into your keep on your word alone, nor Mance's. If there's to be a parley, it happens at the wall, in plain sight, under watch terms, not yours.
Well, that fucks everything. I know where we're going next. Hello, Mr. Mance.
Been a while.
Damn, he pulled out the big boys. Trust the crows as far as you can throw them. They demand terms and demand you negotiate at the wall. I'll have peace on Craster's terms or none at all.
Aye, Mormont's already sent word. Wants the fist handed over and calls it peace. I told him where to put that offer.
Fuck yeah, this dude is one of the lads. Our only last hope to unite this mess in the north is going above both of their heads. We're going to have to head to Winterfell, I'm afraid. While heading over, I got stopped by this savage.
You're a long way from your keep, Craster. Nobody here wants your daughters, Craster. I know what you are. What you do with them. What you do with the sons.
Always treated me like scum.
Winterfell is a pretty far hike. Let's try to make a few alliances on the way. Craster is a simple man. He just needs a few hundred brave lads to take the Flowery seat in the south. House fucking Umber, if anyone might like a wildling, it's them. Lady Umber, is it? My name's Craster. This here is my daughter Martha. We live beyond the wall. We're always looking for new friends.
Craster. I know that name. The crows speak of you when they pass through on their way to the wall. You've come a long way south for a man who keeps to his keep. What manner of friendship does a wildling seek in Last Hearth?
The kind that keeps folk alive, my lady. We've got news from beyond the wall worth hearing. Things stirring up north that don't care about wildling or lord.
Things stirring. Every ranger who stumbles through my gates says the same. Mance gathers his people. The dead woods creak. I've heard it all. You didn't drag your daughter through snow and past the wall to tell me what I already know. So, what is it you actually want, Craster?
No one seems to care about the White Walkers. Let's pivot. Regardless of what is happening north of the wall, I hear a boy king sits the Flowery seat in the south, who killed the previous Lord of Winterfell. Let Craster avenge this land as an oath of the free folk.
Robb Stark already marches south, with my husband at his side. The north has no shortage of swords. A wildling from beyond the wall, offering to avenge Ned Stark. That's a generous gift. And in my experience, generous gifts carry the steepest price. What do you want in return, Craster?
A fair question. We're not knights looking for glory, my lady. We want passage south and a place to stand when winter comes. That's all. What we offer in return is worth more than swords. It's what we know about what's coming.
This is sick. I don't even have to argue anymore. She can just take it from here.
Passage south and a place to stand. For how many? You didn't walk here alone, Craster. I can smell a camp outside my walls.
So this started like a 20-minute back and forth between these two, where they argued about the best way to store grain in winter. I know real riveting stuff I'm cutting out here. Eventually, we agreed that I would be her personal wildling informer, and she allowed me to treat this as a home base.
If your daughters cause trouble under my roof, the debt falls on you.
After leaving the House of Umber with a new alliance network, Craster got way too confident. He saw this neat-looking town called the Dreadfort, went straight to the tavern, and got absolutely immersed in the southern wine. The folks of the Dreadfort liked Craster so much that they commanded that he be thrust into the fighting pit for a melee. Oh, I am so fucked. After my duel with Roose Bolton, we began a sort of friendship. That was until I told him my plan for the Iron Throne.
The Iron Throne. You have courage. I will grant you that. But courage without claim is just noise, and noise draws swords. You are useful, Craster. Your knowledge of the lands beyond the wall, your fighters, but not for this. Tell me instead what you know of Mance Rayder's movements.
Both the Night's Watch and the Wildlings can find a corner to die in for all I care, mate.
So the old bear refused you. That tells me Mormont still has pride enough to reject sense when it wears a wildling face. How many does Mance command? And these dead you spoke of to Lady Umber? What have you seen with your own eyes?
The wine takes over for this one. Don't be mad at me. I made a deal with the dead. I give them my sons, and more dead are created. They will never attack me. That is why I will sit on the Iron Throne and make peace upon them.
You gave your sons to the dead, and the dead made more dead from them. Most men would take that secret to the grave. You offer it freely, like a badge of office. You cannot broker peace with the dead and sit athrone of the living, Craster. Men follow kings they can kneel to, not ones who trade in infant flesh.
Well, I think it's time to get the hell out of here. Alright, the original plan has fallen to shit. At this point, I think the Wildlings and Crows hate each other even more than when we began. Let's talk to the king in the north, and instead of focusing north of the wall, let's see if he'll let us march south. Also, that bit of too much information is already spreading around Westeros. Obviously, we will deny it.
Hail, traveller. I am Robb Stark, the king in the north. What brings you to these lands?
Wolf King, I am Craster. I hope Lady Umber has sent word of me. I offer my daughters at your back. I want to march on King's Landing.
Lady Umber sent a raven, aye. She also wrote that you peddle grain and promises in equal measure. And word reached me you've been whispering in Roose Bolton's ear at the Dreadfort, proposing to seize the Iron Throne itself. You come to me speaking of loyalty, yet you court my bannermen behind my back. Explain yourself, Craster.
What? I was genuinely trying to join you, what the fuck, man? I told your bannerman I would take the throne so everyone would have to face the threat beyond the wall. I did not take any oaths.
You'd take the Iron Throne to fight the dead, with 100 daughters carrying axes. There's another tale following you, Craster. They say at the Dreadfort you spoke of giving your sons, your own newborn sons, to the White Walkers. Tell me that's a lie.
Mate, I'll happily lie to your face. A disgusting lie, that is. First time they see free folk and they make up stories. I want to kill these things, not make more.
You've 100 daughters in your camp, Craster, not a single son among them. Every babe a girl, that's what you'd have me believe? I'll not call you liar today, but I'll not call you honest either. If you want to serve the North, you serve on my terms. No whispered bargains with my lords, no schemes for thrones. You answer to me.
Let's go. Craster has finally been given leave to take the Flowery seat in the south. Very well, send me south. I'll head straight for King's Landing. I will amass an army along the way.
You'll do no such thing.
What?
A wildling with 100 daughters marching on the capital. That's not war. That's a jest that ends in a ditch. You said you know every pass and hollow beyond the wall. That's where your value lies. If the dead are truly stirring, the North needs eyes up there, not another fool charging south. You want to serve? Prove yourself where it matters. I'll send word to the Watch.
There is no chance in hell I am going back there. Lord forgive Craster for what he must do.
That's that pretty little bastard talking to my daughters.
No one will talk to your daughters. You have my word. Now, sit down and shut your mouth.
Oh God, what does the Mother of the Year want?
You are Craster. I know what you are. My son told you to go north, to watch for the dead, not to play the Avenger. Joffrey will answer for what he did, but not to you. Go where my son commanded you, wildling. The wall needs eyes, not ambition.
Just as lovely as ever. I'm afraid it's going to be a rather long walk to King's Landing. Both the Starks can eat shit. Let's tell Robb we're already at Harrenhal. There's no stopping Craster now. Wolf Kingman, I know you sent me north, but I write from some dump called Harren's Hall. I think I'm getting closer. Fuck that boy king, I'm after him. While I waited for Robb to write back, I got hit with the most insane world event in my 500 hours of playing this. Because I've been away from my keep for a few months, my daughters have barricaded themselves and keep screaming he hasn't paid to anyone that goes nearby. So it's heavily implied the White Walkers are outside ravaging my house because I haven't left them any sons in a while. That is so cool.
Craster, you are at Harrenhal. I ordered you north. You went to Grey Water Watch instead, and now you ride deeper into the Riverlands chasing a boy you'll never reach. Turn north, or you are nothing to me. Not an ally, not a subject, an outlaw.
I think in Craster's mind, taking the Iron Throne would be as simple as finding Joffrey and trying to slay him off the rip. Let's see if the Craster route bears any fruit. There he is, all by himself, looking ripe for the Craster picking. You're the little bastard I travelled all this way for. Give me that seat, you little shite.
You dare? You stinking wildling filth. You walk into my hall, dressed in your rags, and call your king a bastard? Sir Meryn, seize this creature. I'll have your tongue ripped out before I take your head.
You're eyeing up me daughters, aren't you? I'll slaughter you, bastard. Craster slashes an axe at Joffrey's face.
Ah! Sir Meryn, kill him now! Guards, seize this animal.
Well, that wound up about as I expected. Yeah, we know the drill to this. I don't think Robb Stark is going to appreciate this little bit of theatre here. I reckon for now that's enough of the south for Craster. Let's go see what the hell is happening at my house. I shut all trade down in a nation's capital. Let's claim our reward from the Wolfman.
You again.
Lost 4 of me best daughters trying to kill that boy king. I am going to figure out what's going on at my keep, then try again.
4 daughters dead. 4 girls who trusted you to lead them, butchered in the Red Keep, because you wouldn't listen. And your answer is to try again. Your keep is dying, Craster. Rangers heard dead voices in the woods. Your wives barricaded themselves inside. They said, "He hasn't paid." I've sent men to bring them south before the dead take them. Go home. Not for me, for them. This is the last word you'll have from Winterfell.
I try and slaughter a boy for you, and you give old Craster the boot? You've made a powerful enemy, Wolfman.
A powerful enemy. You lost 4 daughters storming a castle with an axe. You couldn't hold your own keep against the cold. And now you stand in mine, threatening me. Get out of Winterfell, Craster. If you're seen in my lands again, I'll let Grey Wind settle it.
By the time I left Winterfell, I was kicked as a vassal, and just to add insult to injury, the Wolfman declared war on us. As Craster passed through the north back to his keep, it dawned on him there was nothing left for him here. The Wildlings, Night's Watch, the North, all of them would never give Craster the respect he deserved. Wow, my only quote-unquote ally is raiding my village. Craster has it rough.
Craster, the king in the north ordered you back beyond the wall. You spat on that command. Now the north hunts you like the dog you are. Drop your axes and kneel, or I'll send your head to Winterfell in a sack.
Dude is at my fucking house beyond the wall. Eat shit! You speak to me outside of my village. You address me beyond the wall. I did what your king asked, yet you still raid my village. Fuck all of you people, I'm going east.
You did what the king asked. You ignored his command for weeks. You rode to the Dreadfort, to Greywater Watch, to King's Landing, where you took an axe to a king in his own sept. Now you come crawling back and claim obedience. The North declared war on you, Craster. You're not going east. You're not going anywhere. Yield, or we settle this here.
Guess you're coming along with me, buddy. A shame. I really enjoyed your mother. She understood us. You're coming a long way east with us.
Say my mother's name again. My father just broke your warband at Whitetree. 150 amber men, and they cut through yours like grass. You're dragging a prisoner east while the Great John rides your trail. You won't make it 3 days.
Craster will never have an army, daughter. But there's something even better out there, and we're going to take it.
Dragons. Father, we've got Umber's boy in chains and his kin burning our villages, and you want to chase dragons. Where? How far east? And who holds this keep while we're gone chasing fire across the world?